Good afternoon and welcome to 3 o'clock with SAC. I'm Marisol Diaz, Communications and Digital Manager. Give me a second while I welcome our Spanish-speaking neighbors. Buenas tardes, soy Marisol Díaz, gerente de comunicaciones digitales y bienvenidos a 3 en punto con SAC. Si quieren acceso al programa en español, favor de marcar el número que aparece en la pantalla, que es 646-749-3122 y cuando le contestan la llamada, marque la contraseña que es 779-328-221. Si quieren ver episodios pasados, los pueden buscar aquí en nuestro Facebook en la sección de videos y también en YouTube. All right, now I'll go ahead and pass it over to the moderator of the day who will introduce today's topic.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. My name is Marlene Zaran, and I am the Public Health Coordinator here at the Southside Organizing Center. I am currently outside because it's such a great day, and I suggest everyone go sit outside for a little bit, go for a walk. It's really good for your mental health, and it's really helping me get a lot done. So that being said, I want to just say that, again, our interpretation information is in the comments section. Where we already pre-record our English and our Spanish forum, and then we put it on our YouTube and Facebook pages in both English and Spanish. So that being said, for today's topic and for essentially the main topic that we're going to be talking about is COVID-19, and we have a Department of Health Services video for you guys. It was a live update with Mayor Tom Barrett and then some individuals from the Public Health Department.
Dr. Ben Weston, Associate Professor with the Medical College of Wisconsin and Director of Medical Services with the Milwaukee County Office of Emergency Management, and Darren Rausch, Health Officer and Director with the Greenfield Health Department. Mayor Barrett, I'll hand it over to you to get us started today.
Well, thank you very much, Catherine, and good afternoon, everyone. We've got some really good news to share, and it's an exciting update on our COVID-19 gating metrics for the week. We have moved from the substantial to the moderate transmission category for our rate of COVID-19 cases per 100,000. What that means is it's a decrease from 51.2 last week to 26.8 this week. This is the lowest observed case burden since March of 2020, and it's a major accomplishment for our city. So I want to thank everyone who's been a partner in this, that we've reached this very, very important milestone. Even more good news is that for our percent positivity rate, we remain in the low transmission category, and we're down from 3.4% last week to 2.2% this week. Again, a major, major accomplishment. And as we continue to see an increase in our vaccination rate for Milwaukee residents 16 years of age and older, we are clearly making progress because now we're at 42.9%. That number can go higher. I want that number to go higher. And I want us to focus on a lot of the census tracts where we're seeing a lower number. And that's something that the health department is actively working on. But it is clearly exciting to continue to see our numbers improve. But I also want to caution everyone that we have to continue to move forward and that our path for recovery is not guaranteed. It means we're going to have to continue working because with the loosening of restrictions, we are seeing that people are starting to return to the people and places that they love. That is great news. But we cannot completely throw caution to the wind as we return to public spaces. So let's get back to normalcy safely, and let's continue to practice common sense measures like washing our hands, getting tested when not feeling well, get that vaccination, and wear a mask indoors if you're not vaccinated. So I'm going to continue to beat the drum on vaccinations. Vaccinations and vaccines continue to be, without a doubt, the most effective tool in keeping our community safe and protecting against COVID-19. With the closing of our Wisconsin Center last Friday, which was not a bad thing, it's just we're moving on to a new chapter. I want to remind everyone that the city continues to offer quick, easy, and free vaccinations for Milwaukee residents at the Northwest and Southside Health Centers on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Beginning Monday, we will no longer be offering vaccines at the Mitchell Street or Zablocki libraries because we've reached the conclusion that anybody who wants a vaccine and goes to those libraries has gotten a vaccination. The Washington Park Library, located at 2121 North Sherman Boulevard, will remain open with reduced hours on Wednesday and Friday from noon to 4 p.m. Now, the Washington Park Library is an important location because one of the articles or one of the data points I had seen was that the census tract with the lowest penetration of people getting the vaccine is the census tract that is essentially kitty corner from the Washington Park Library. It's the census tract just east of Washington Park. And so we want to make sure that the people in that neighborhood where we are seeing far too few people being vaccinated know that they can go right over to the Washington Park Library. It's basically a 2-minute ride from where they live to the Washington Park Library to get a vaccine, again, Wednesdays and Fridays, noon to 4 p.m. In addition to that, we continue to offer pop-up vaccination clinics available across the city. And I just want to give you sort of a sampling of where they are. They're all over the place, and we're going to continue to try to get in the community as many different places as we can. And I want to again thank our health department for being so proactive and aggressive and creative. But today, Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Milwaukee, which is located at 1975 South 24th Street, will be offering vaccinations to the public from noon to 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow, Friday, June 4th, Employ Milwaukee, which is located at the corner of North Avenue and 27th Street, will be offering vaccinations from 9:30 a.m. to noon. Independence First, just south of downtown on 540 South 1st Street, will be offering vaccinations from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this weekend, the Wisconsin Black Historical Society, which is located basically at the corner of 27th and Center, will continue its monthly vaccination clinic from noon to 4 p.m. Again, that's this Saturday. Mexican Fiesta continues to step up. It's also hosting Viva MKE Marketplace on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Flores Hall, which is located at 2997 South 20th Street. The health department will be on site with vaccinations, and anyone who gets their vaccine or who brings their vaccination card to the marketplace will receive a free Mexican Fiesta ticket. Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Summerfest will be hosting its drive-through clinic at 200 North Harbor Drive. Again, a freebie here. Anyone who gets their vaccine will get a free ticket to Summerfest 2021. And participants there should head toward the south gate of the Summerfest grounds. There will be signage and personnel to help direct traffic. But there's more. Black Husky Brewing, which has been a real great partner in River West, will be holding a vaccination clinic on Saturday and Sunday from noon to 6 p.m. So not only will everyone who gets the vaccine get a free beer, but you will, if you bring an unvaccinated person, you both get a free beer. So there you go. This is a cheap date. Bring someone and get a shot. In addition, they'll have live music and food trucks throughout the weekend. On Saturday, brats, hot dogs, and hamburgers will be available, and at 4 p.m., music will be performed by the Millbillies. On Sunday, Pedro's South American food will be available for the first half of the clinic. Then Tots on the Street will take over the second half. And DJ Micah will be playing live music at 1 p.m. So a lot going on, a lot of opportunities in the city this weekend to get the shot. But speaking about getting out and doing what we love, I want to share that downtown dining begins today, actually, June 3rd, and runs until June 13th. So please take part in this annual tradition to support local businesses and enjoy delicious food options in the heart of our city. Over 20 restaurants will be offering curbside, carryout, indoor, or outdoor dining options. To view the full list of menus, go to downtowndiningmke.com. I'm also pleased to report, as we get life back to normal, Milwaukee Public Library has announced the return of many services beginning Monday, June 7th. Patrons will be allowed to resume browsing. This is something they haven't been able to do since March of last year, but you'll be able to go back to the stacks, resume browsing materials in the stacks for both children's and adult materials at all branch locations. However, browsing will remain restricted at Central Library while staff prepare the space for a safe and healthy return by August. But again, you can see we're starting to open up. Staff and visitors of the City of Milwaukee buildings will continue to be required to wear a mask, and that includes the libraries. Curbside service remains an amenity for patrons by request, but community service spaces and other meeting rooms continue to be closed for the time being. Lastly, I want to share even more positive news, and this is one where I'm very, very thankful to the county executive and the incredible county team and city team, because the Milwaukee Continuum of Care, if you're not familiar with this, it's a partnership between the city and the county, and it's really the lead agency responsible for coordinating resources for individuals experiencing homelessness in Milwaukee. And I'm very proud of the Milwaukee Continuum of Care. And again, County Executive Crowley will rightfully take a lot of credit for this, but this has been a partnership between the county and the city. But what we do each year is we actually take a snapshot. We take a snapshot as to who is homeless in Milwaukee. And so it's an annual census of all those experiencing homelessness. And we have teams that go out and look under bridges, look at places where people are generally when they're homeless, and we get that count. And we do that so we have a handle as to how serious the homelessness problem is here in Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. What was amazing was that during this year's point in time count, which is again that census, that snapshot, only 17 individuals experiencing unsheltered homelessness were out on that night in January. This is the lowest count recorded to date by the Milwaukee Continuum of Care. The fact that our community is reporting a dramatic decrease in homelessness during the pandemic is a success and is really worth noting. And there's, again, so many people that we have to give credit to. But at the onset of COVID-19, we knew people with unstable housing would be particularly vulnerable in the pandemic. And so as part of the Continuum of Care partnership, the city's Department of Administration and Health Department worked to establish housing, including, as you may recall, several local hotels. And it turns out this was a rousing success. We also worked with Milwaukee County and the Archdiocese of Milwaukee to create space at Clare Hall, which sort of straddles the Milwaukee-St. Francis border. So again, Milwaukee County, fabulous partner. Archdiocese of Milwaukee, fabulous partner. Because at our greatest time of need, we got together and created the amenities that we have at Clare Hall. All these results could not have been possible without the swift action and collaborative relationship between the city, the county, and our private and philanthropic partners. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, as shelters were forced to limit their capacity to reduce the spread of the virus, so you would think the numbers would go up, our community actually came together and pivoted very quickly to address the real-time needs of our residents. This list could go on forever, but I do want to name several key people within city government who have stepped up. Steve Mahan and Rafael Acevedo in our Department of Administration, Dr. Nick Tamaro in the Milwaukee Health Department, Joshua Parrish in the Milwaukee Fire Department, along with all their team members and all the great partners at Milwaukee County, which has a very, very strong team, as well as our partners in the private and philanthropic sectors. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to David Crowley, who rightfully should take a lot of credit for this as well. So, Mr. County Executive.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor Baird, and good afternoon to everybody who's joining us. And, I first want to say thank you to the city as well as Mayor Baird for its strong partnership. Because when COVID hit, most cities experienced increased numbers of individuals experiencing homelessness. And as shelters were forced to limit their capacity to reduce the spread of the virus. Yet during the same time, Milwaukee County ranked among the lowest nationwide for individuals experiencing unsheltered housing due to our expanded street outreach, the CARES Act funding, the eviction prevention outreach, as well as the emergency housing placement. So this is a remarkable point worth noting. Protecting our most vulnerable populations from a COVID outbreak was imperative, and our community worked together to find innovative housing solutions and very quickly. And so when the Housing First program began in 2015, about 1,521 individuals were experiencing sheltered and unsheltered homelessness. And by 2017, that number dropped to 900. So we know this is working because today we have just about 17 individuals experiencing sheltered or unsheltered homelessness, 817 individuals experiencing shelter and unsheltered homelessness. And that's a 46% reduction. In Milwaukee County, we've allocated over $20 million, which includes eviction prevention, mortgage assistance, and support at Clear Hall. And through Milwaukee County Supportive Housing Services, we helped individuals with mental illness in obtaining safe and affordable housing. Because we know that housing is a social determinant of health, and these promising numbers show that we can be what can be possible when all of our members of everyone in this community work together on a particular issue. And so, with this new funding available, the funding availability of the continuum of care of the Milwaukee County DHHS and its local partners will continue to hope it will get closer to achieving its mission to end homelessness right here in Milwaukee County. So again, I want to say thank you to the city for its partnership as we work together to serve our residents. Next, I want to share updates about amendments to Milwaukee County's Universal Face Mask Administrative Order. So today we announced that we are loosening up some of the restrictions based on the consistent positive trends in vaccination rates and low infection rates. So the following revisions are now in effect, which are all capacity limits are lifted in outdoor settings. So restaurants and other venues can operate at full capacity outdoors. Capacity limits decreased in indoor settings to the lesser of, so 75% of pre-COVID capacity, one person per 30 square feet of usable space, or 750 people. So departments longer need to submit reopening plans for services or events that are entirely outdoors. So we don't need that anymore. So some indoor safety requirements are being loosened, particularly for indoor events. So for example, less rigid seating arrangements and the use of buffets. And so as we move forward with our stepwise approach, and if positive trends continue, we expect to lift all indoor capacity requirements by July 4th. And so we cannot provide a timeline for changes to the face mask policy at this time, but we will continue to seek advice of public health experts, watch the data, and monitor guidance changes from the CDC to inform any future changes.
All right, that was a really great update. Really good information. Be sure to check out that event on Saturday. Now I'm going to share my screen and show you guys some of the current COVID-19 numbers in the U.S. and then in Milwaukee and then Wisconsin. So if you go here to the CDC's COVID vaccination data tracker, essentially it shows like how many vaccines have been delivered and administered throughout the entire United States. So in total, there are 136 million individuals that have currently been vaccinated. And then for delivery, it's 368 and then million. And then when you look at the percent of the total population that's fully vaccinated in the U.S., 41.2% are fully vaccinated, and 50.9% of individuals have at least taken one dose of the COVID vaccine. So now I'm going to also share with you guys the Wisconsin vaccination data page. So if you look here, in Wisconsin, 48.1% of people have gotten their COVID-19 shot. So that's pretty good. It's going up. So that's approximately 2 million, around 2 to 3 million individuals have gotten vaccinated. When you look at by age, the people that are least vaccinated from the adults are those that are 18 to 24 years old. That number should be higher. The most individuals that are vaccinated right now are those that are 65 and up. It was recently stated and approved by the FDA that individuals that are 12 to 17 years old can now get their COVID-19 vaccine. And about 20% of 12 to 15-year-olds have gotten their vaccine. and 16 to 17-year-olds are 32.9%. So you can find this data in the comment section. And then we're going to look at Milwaukee County. So for Milwaukee County, 45.8% of Milwaukee County residents have received at least one dose of the vaccine, and 39.1% of residents have completed the whole vaccination series, so they're fully vaccinated. And I'll be putting these links in the comment section for you guys. Another thing I'd like to introduce and say is we do have a COVID-19 committee that is going to be coming up in a few weeks. So the COVID-19 committee is a really awesome way to get residents and neighbors to come together to talk about the issues that they are seeing around COVID-19 and hesitancy regarding getting the COVID-19 vaccine. So if you can, come join us. We do not have a raffle. We need to change that off of the flyer. There will no longer be a raffle for $50, but we're going to try to get some other type of compensation for you guys. Just due to grant changes, we don't have as much access to giving those types of incentives, but there are other ways that we can give an incentive for that. So come join us. It'll be every third Saturday of the month at 1 p.m. via a Zoom call. And I will put the registration link in the comment section for you guys. You can register and join us, and we can talk about what needs to happen moving forward. We have some awesome events coming up in around July or August. For example, a mural and a vigil for those that have passed due to COVID-19. And yeah, I hope to continue this moving forward. Other than that, I'd like to let you guys know that tomorrow we have our guest tomorrow is Travis Hope. He's a community organizer with SOC, and he's going to be talking about reckless driving and the reckless driving grant that he recently received. So other than that, I leave you with a survey promo from us, and I hope you guys complete our survey. Let us know what you think about this forum and how else we can improve, and what we're doing now that you like. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Go enjoy the nice weather. Bye.
Has this live forum been informative and useful to you? What part of the forum could be improved or changed to make it better? Please take a quick survey that's located in the comments section so that we can keep 3 o'clock with SOC going for residents. Thank you for tuning in.